Hello and welcome back to Nearly Nerds. Now, Pokemon, a lot like animals, have some really cute additions. But there's also some really not so cute additions. And today I kind of wanted to figure out which ones they were. So this is a top 10 of which Pokemon you probably shouldn't let sleep in your bed. Because it's not going to give out the right impression. So let's kick off the list with the reason that this whole video was inspired by, and that is Machoke or Machamp. Machoke or Machamp, either one, it's weird. Now, you may be looking and thinking, why on earth would anyone want to sleep with their Machoke or Machamp? And granted, that's a good question. Now, sleeping in bed with a comfy little Eevee or a comfy little Pikachu, get a nice cuddly in your arms, you can give it a nice big cuch. Machoke is going to hug you back. And he's going to hug you back with really strong and sexy arms, which I got no issue with. I'm all up for a really buff, manly man. However, it's a Pokemon and it's not meant to be that sentient. Like, it's not meant to be able to think for itself. But I almost feel like it would turn to me in the middle of the night and say, do you fancy a go? Jokes aside, it is like getting into bed with your big hunky uncle. It's not a Pokemon. It's a bloke. And I'm all up for preference. Your personal preference is your personal preference. However, if you're getting into bed with an animal that can't speak English and doesn't think like you think, but is shaped like you, that's weird. Next on my list is most fire types. Now, I know this is a bit of a cop-out, but if you like being alive, and I pretty much am sure that you do, because I really like being alive, then letting a Pokemon with a naked flame lay in your bed probably isn't the correct thing to do. If you watch the anime, you'll see loads of times, you'll see people hanging out with fire Pokemon, rubbing them, touching them, don't get burnt. I don't get it. Maybe there's some sort of fire magic that's going on in Pokemon. However, in the real world, if I let a Charmander come and have a cuddle with me, I can imagine my pillows and my pajamas are going up in flames in a second. So I'm not going to be having no fire types in my bed unless they're the ones that don't have any flames in them, and they're few and far between. So bugger the fire types, they're too dangerous. Now, number 3. Have you ever heard of a wet dream? Have you ever heard of a skid mark? Well, these are all things you're going to wake up feeling if you let Muck sleep in your bed, because that guy is not a bed-safe Pokemon. Now, you're either going to wake up and he's going to have blended with your bed and just melted into it, and you're just going to have a big sopping bed when you wake up, or how I imagine it would be, and everywhere that he lies, he's going to leave a stain. When your mum comes to do your bedding, you better have some strong answers in mind. Number 4. Now, have you ever wanted to send a message? Jokes aside, number 4 is any horses or bull Pokemon. Now, I mean, just be real for a second. Imagine trying to get into bed and having a big cuch with your Tauros. You'd wake up impaled. You'd have new piercings all over the shop. And if you try to get into bed with a Rapidash, well, problem from number 2 is your bed's going to be on fire. But there are a few horse and bull Pokemon that I suppose you could get into your bed. But why would you? It's a horse or a bull. But on a serious note, why would you have a horse or a bull in your bed? Get a stable. Number 5 is Cacturn. Now, this one's just sensible. Don't try and get into bed with a cactus. If you get into bed with a cactus, you are a brave person and a psychopath. So stay away from me and carry on hanging out with your prick mates. Cheers. Number 6 is Cuntank. Now, if you think your farts are bad, just imagine laying in bed for 12 hours. Why are you sleeping in bed for 12 hours? That's a long sleep. Imagine sleeping in bed for 9 hours and you got your nice cute Cuntank next to you, giving it a nice little pet. You're like, oh, he's little cute, he's lovely, I love him. And then you turn over, and as you turn over, you lift the blanket with you. And fuck me, you are out for the count for 6 months, because Jesus Christ, what that thing is letting go under the sheets is an atomic bomb. Stay as far away from it as humanly possible. Dangerous. You don't want anything to do with it. Number 7 is Sobble. Now, we all know how lovely it is to fall asleep to the sound of rain. However, falling asleep to the sound of someone crying is far more depressing. And it's just going to leave you with bad thoughts, negative energy. You're going to fall asleep and have some crappy dreams. and it's Sobble's fault. So kick the cunt out the door and enjoy your day. Stop worrying about the little things, Sobble, and pick yourself up and get into bed and have a good night's sleep. Number 8 is Frostlast. Now, this is probably a weird one for everyone else, but for me, I've always saw Frostlast with this weird little as something that is having, I don't know, really kinky thoughts. Something like a really dirty, sort of seducing Pokemon. And you know what? Maybe it's not such a bad thing to have in your bed. Bugger it, have it in your bed. Actually, don't. I'm pretty sure it's illegal. Number 9 is Machana. Now, the red mist that comes out of its nose will make your nightmares become a reality. Do you know what you should do when you're sleeping? Hotbox that shit. Whoa, imagine the stuff you'd wake up to. It would be an absolute trip. But I don't think it's probably a good idea. You're going to wake up with anxiety and all sorts of fucked up thoughts. So why don't you, instead, put him in his Pokeball and go and smoke something normal, like water vapour, or do some fat rips on a vape. It's your life, do what you want, but don't let your nightmares become a reality. Number 10, Polisand. Don't get into bed with a sandcastle. The sand's going to go everywhere. You're never, ever, ever going to get into bed again and there's not going to be sand in there. You're going to wake up, your phone's going to have sand in it. You're going to wake up, your eyes aren't going to open because you've got sand in them. You're going to wake up and you can't hear anyone because you've got sand in your ears. You're going to wake up and you can't breathe because you've got sand in your mouth. You're going to wake up the driest you've ever woke up. You're going to be so dry. Just don't do it. Make sensible decisions. And as a bonus, number 11, the last one is Slash. Fucking obvious. It's a sword. If you're sleeping with a sword, you're mental. Okay? That is health and safety 101. Don't get into bed with swords. I was taught it as a kid. I hope you were taught it as a kid. I think we were all taught as a kid, don't run with knives. And I was especially told, don't sleep with knives. Simple. It's not a hard lesson to learn, but if you do sleep with your Slash, I mean, take precaution. The only plus you have from sleeping with Slash is if you have an intruder. Fuck me, imagine walking into someone and they pull out a fucking Slash from their bed and you just try to rob their PS4. Good luck, you're losing that fight. So yeah, that was my list of 10 Pokemon you shouldn't sleep in the bed with, and a bonus Pokemon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This was hell of a fun little list to come up with. I was having a laugh going through the Pokemon, and in all honesty, this list has inspired me to make so many more lists. So get ready for a few more top 10s. They're all going to be fun. I'm going to try and have as much fun with these lists as possible. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a like on the video if I could ask you to, and subscribe if you like this sort of content. Have a wicked week. I'll see you guys on... I don't know yet. But when it does come out, enjoy it. Cheers.
If you enjoyed that video, why not subscribe?
If you enjoyed that video, why not subscribe? It'll help me and Natty continue to do the work that we're doing, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Thanks.